Hello and welcome to my new video about Memoir 44. And this is my fourth movie about Memoir 44. And today I'm going to play a sixth scenario of this game titled Mont Mouchet. This is a very special scenario because as an allied player we are controlling French resistance units. They are kind of special forces, and we have some special units on the German side as well. I think this is going to be my last, for now, video about the core game of Memoir 44. I might do more about Memoir 44 later, but I will rather stick with next modules. I think that with this movie I will manage to cover everything important when it comes to the core game, so it won't be needed to make any more videos about core game, so I will be able to move into modules. But let's move here to this scenario. Like I said, these are French resistance units, so they are kind of special forces. First, they have only 3 figures, so they are weaker, they are easier to be eliminated. But they have some special rules as well. First, they can move into any kind of terrain and battle. They can move into forest, they can move into town, and they can battle. So this is quite good. Also, when they are forced to retreat, when they get a flak result, when someone fires on them, they can move up to 3 hexes away. So this is again pretty good thing, because they can move back easily. And for the German special forces we have 2 tank units. Each of them contains 4 figures, so they are elite armored forces. They are acting just like any other armored units, save to the fact that they have 4 minis instead of 3. Also, if they are eliminated in this particular scenario, allied player gains 2 victory points instead of 1. So they are quite valuable, but they are not easy to be destroyed. As for this scenario, allied player or German player have to gain only 4 medals to win, so it's not going to be a very long battle, I believe. But as you can see, there is a lot of terrain features on this board. This is one of these the places that you can call some kind of labyrinth, because a lot of woods, some towns, and some hills. So this can be quite problematic, especially for the armored forces to move freely. So that's all when it comes to the introduction, and we can move forward. So we can prepare cards. According to the briefing, Axis player gains 4 command cards and allied player gains 5 command cards. So we are starting with allied player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and German player 1, 2, 3, 4. And allied player moves first, which is interesting because when I look on the board I would rather think that the German player would be the one who should have an initiative and be play with a more aggressive style. But okay, let's make a move with allied units. So let's check their cards. I believe I was able to show you everything when it comes to the cards in the previous videos, so I don't think I need to explain these cards again and again. So these are quite good cards, I believe. But I think I don't need now to make any hasty actions. I would rather try to make to react when Germans will start moving their units. So I play this card. This is my poorest card, so I'm going to play it just to get rid of it and maybe get some better cards because of its special rule. So I can move one of my units from the left flank. I'm moving 1 and 2. So they are in the woods, and now I'm discarding this card and taking 2 and I am able to choose one card. Oh, each of them is pretty good. I think I will keep Barrage. And now Germans. Let's take a look on their cards. I should place them, keep them right here, in this way. So 3 in the left, all in the middle, 1 in each, and close assault. This is for the units that are in the adjacent to the enemy unit, so it's not working for me as now. So I will play this card, and then what I'm going to do. This infantry, 1, 2, moves here, so they cannot battle because they moved 2 hexes. And now these tanks, 1, 2, 3, they are moving here, and them 1. I'm moving into the forest hex, so I have to stop. I cannot move any further. And now I am firing on these French partisans. I am firing in the forest hex, so I have -2, so I'm firing with 1 die, and it is a miss. This is not a pretty good starting for Germans, I believe. So let's move to our French pals. And what are they going to do now? I have counterattack, and the previous cards that the Germans played was this. So I would be able to move. I don't have even 3 units in this zone, so I don't think it's necessary to play this card currently. I might use this Barrage, I think. And I will try this Barrage against these tanks. So I am rolling with 4 die. This is quite odd because, well, you can hardly believe French partisans making a barrage against the Germans, but well, that's funny. I have 2 grenades, so 2 tanks are eliminated, so this is pretty good. Okay. Remember that we get 2 victory points for each German armored unit eliminated in this scenario, so this is very good to focus on them. Okay, and now Germans. Oh, this card might be quite effective. Medics and Mechanics. I believe I never used it before. Issue an order to one unit that has suffered casualties. Roll 1 battle die for each command card you have, including this one. For each die matching the unit's symbol or a star, 1 lost figure is returned to duty. So I'm able to... But also, a unit might not gain more figures than it originally had. If unit recovers at last 1 figure, it may also be issued an order. So this is pretty good. I'm going to work on these tanks. So I have 4 command cards, so I'm rolling with 4 cards, and I regain both destroyed tanks. So this is something. And I'm giving an order to these tanks to move. 1, 2, 3. They are moving here and attacking these French partisans. So they are firing with 3. And they scored 2 hits. So Guderian would be proud of me, I believe. That was good action for Germans. And now we are moving to French. Now the question is what I'm going to do with my French troops. I think I have an idea what to do. I'm going to play this card, move out. It allows me to activate 4 units of my choice. So I'm starting with this French unit, and they move here. They are staying here. Oh no, they are moving here, and they are staying here. And the last one I'm going to activate, because these are 3, is maybe these guys. Okay, so I moved here and I'm firing against these tanks with 3 die. So 1 tank to go. Next, they are firing on these tanks again as well. It is a total failure. And now they are firing on these tanks again with 2. This well, makes sense, because we can't actually think that partisans might be very effective against tanks. Okay, and now they are firing against these Germans. Okay, this was slightly better. So I think this is all when it comes to French partisans. Yeah, yes, that's all. So let's move to Germans, and the Germans have counterattack now. So they are going to play counterattack, and because of that they can play this move out card as well. And the Germans are now able to activate for any 4 of their units of their choice. So this is going to be a hard times for French partisans. First, I'm moving these tanks here. 1, 2, 3. So they are here. Then I'm going to activate these tanks. Then these are 4 units. Now I'm moving them, so it's this is 3 units, and now I can activate 1 more, and I'm moving them here, so this is 4. Okay, so I'm firing with these tanks on these French partisans. Oh my! 2 of them are eliminated, and 1 of them has to retreat, and because they are partisans, they can retreat up to 3 hexes. So 1, 2. Now these tanks are firing on this unit. They can fire with one die only, because they are in the town. They are forced to retreat 1 hex. Okay, and now this infantry is firing on them. So I roll with 2 die. Oh my, that wasn't very effective. 1, 2, and no, they cannot, because they enter the woods, so they cannot fire. So that's all when it comes to Germans. As you can see, French resistance is suffering some losses, while Germans are, well, so far working quite better. So we are moving to our brave French partisans, and what they can do now is interesting. They have 2 discards, and they have a counter-attack. So they might play a card which was previously played by the enemy, and it was move out. So I'm still... no, sorry. The last card which was played by the enemy was also counter-attack, so I cannot counter-attack another counter-attack. So no, it is not possible. So I'm going to play this card. It is Reckon by Force, and what I'm going to do, I'm moving these guys here, and they are going to stay here. And as for this zone, I'm moving these guys here. Okay. So, they are firing on these tanks with 3. Wow, 2. That was lucky roll. And now they are firing on this tank with also 3. Yeah! That was very effective, so we managed to eliminate 2 of the... 1 unit, but this 1 unit is worth of 2 victory points. So that was a very lucky roll for French resistance. So that's all. And now I'm moving with Germans. Oh, I should take one more card for allies, and now Germans. Okay, they have to prepare some answer for such a loss. Issue an order to 4 infantry units, so this can be a good. Or move all the units in the middle zone, this can be also effective. Close assault is non-effective, and 1-1. So I think I will play this one instead. And what I'm going to do, I'm moving these tanks here. I'm moving this infantry 1, 2 here, so they cannot battle, and I'm moving this infantry 2. So, sorry, 1, 2 here, so they cannot battle as well. So only these tanks are going to battle, and they are firing on the hill, so it's -1 die, so they're firing with 2. I'm going to reroll this one, and this is 1 hit. So this is first victory point for Germans. And 1 card for them. Okay, so time for French guys. What I'm going to do, I think I know. I will activate these units in this zone. I have only 2 units, and this card allows me to activate 3 units, so, well, oh no, I made a mistake. Oh my, that wasn't a very good idea. I thought of firing on them, but this is 2 hex range, so I would fire with 1 die, and I have -1 because of the forest, so it would be nothing. So I think I should rather play different card, because this would be a waste. So maybe this card again. This is going to play 3 same cards in a row. This is something interesting. This rarely happens. And now, as for this zone, I can play nothing because I don't have any units in this zone. As for middle zone, I'm going to move them here in the woods. And as for right zone, I'm going to activate them. So, they moved here. Normally they wouldn't be able to battle, but they are French resistance, so they are able to battle, and they are firing on these Germans with 1 die. So, Germans have to retreat 1 hex. And now they are firing these Germans with 1 die as well, so it is 1 hit. This is getting slower, I believe. This scenario is not as dramatic as the previous one, I think, but, well, maybe something is going to change now. Let's check it out. Let's play this card and move Germans forward. So they are moving here. They are moving 1, 2 here. And they are moving 1, 2, and they are moving 1, 2. So that's all when it comes to Germans, so I believe that none of them may battle. Well, they entered the woods, so they cannot battle, and they moved 2 hexes, so they cannot battle as well. So that's all. And now French resistance. Oh, air power. So I'm going to use it, and the question is against whom, or these 2 units or these 2 units. Both are tempting. I think I will use against them because I'm going to ignore terrain battle die reduction for 1 score 1 hit for each die that matches unit symbol, a grenade or a star. So this is a bigger chance to score a hit. So I'm going to do that. First against this infantry. 2 hits, good. and now, even more important, against these tanks. So, one hit and then one retreat. So, that's not bad, not bad. They suffered one loss, and even more they are forced to retreat. So this is going to be quite good for French resistance. So, are Germans able to get some better scores? I think they still might try to do. So this move out might be a good option for them, so I'm playing it. You can see that the Germans actually have to attack aggressively now to gain more victory points, so they can activate 4 infantry units of their choice. So I'm moving this unit here, this unit 1, 2 here, and now I think I will move these tanks. 1, 2, and that's all. Okay, so I moved them here so that I can fire on them with 2 die. 1 unit eliminated and 1 retreats, and they can take a ground. Okay, and now as for the other Germans, they moved 2 hexes, so they cannot battle. They didn't make any movement, so they fire on them with 1 die. So these guys are retreating here and there. And now these tanks may fire on them, because they are still 3 hexes, so they are all in the range, and they may fire with 3 die. Oh, that was effective. Okay, so that's all. Still no more victory points for Germans. So this is still not good, and French resistance are still able to strike. I'm going to play a counter-attack, so I can play this move out. Oh, I made a terrible mistake. I'm sorry for that, but I should fix it. I already told you, telling you what I did wrong. I activate tanks, while move out allows me to activate infantry only. So I cannot activate these tanks. I can't do that. I can only activate this infantry, for example, to fire on them. So I'm going to do this. So they lost 1 unit from the fire of this infantry, I believe, and then they are firing, so they lost 1. Okay, so that's right. I hope I made it properly. I'm sorry again for this mistake. And now I'm playing counter-attack of allies to play this move out for allies. So French resistance are making its attack, and I'm activating them. Who's next? Them, and maybe them. Okay, so that's all. I'm moving them here. They are not making any movements. They are going to attack, and they are going to move 1, 2. Okay. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Let them stay in the house, but them 1, 2. Okay, so that's all. And now I am activating them to fire on these Germans. So I'm firing with 2. But no, it's better for me to activate them, because they are on the hill, and they are on the hill, so they get no negative modifier, so I can fire on them with 3. Oh, and they are retreating 2 hexes. Oh, sorry for my throat. And next they are firing on them with 2. Oh my! My third activation was this guy, so they moved back, and now I think I can fire with this guy on this. So this is 1 die shot, and it was a hit. Very good. Alright, that's all for Allies, and next the Germans. And what Germans are going to do is to play this card. So this is 3, and I am in the middle zone, moving 3 units in the middle zone. I have only 3 units there, so I can move all of them. And now I'm moving here 1 hex. And next I'm moving 1, 2, and they are activated as well. So first, they are firing on them with 3 die. It is enough to kill them, and I can take the ground. So 1 medal for Germans. And now they can fire on them with 2 die. It is 1 hit, and they have to retreat, and the Germans might take a ground as well. Okay, so Germans get their second medal, and each side has 2 medals now. So the situation is getting more interesting. We still can't say who is about to win this battle. As for French resistance, well, what can I do? I think I will activate my right flank now, and I'm making my movement. 1 and 1. Okay, that's all. So I am firing with them on with this French resistance on these Germans with a 2 die, 1 hit only, and now they firing on them. No, I hoped to Germans to suffer some losses, but well, it wasn't very effective. So Germans, how about them? Again, 3 units in the middle zone. I think it will be best to push here. They are moving here. They are moving here, and they are staying here. So I can fire. Now first with them, 1 battle die. It is a 1 miss. Next for them, this is 2. So they cannot. They are retreating here, and the Germans might take the ground. And now they are firing on them. It is 2 hits. So another French unit is eliminated, and the Germans gain their 3rd victory point. Okay. I have to say that French resistance is suffering some losses, heavy losses, and the number of their units is getting down, and because of this 3 figures limit they are quite vulnerable. So what they might do to change it? Armor assault, nothing better for army that hasn't even a single tank. Okay, infantry assault might be a good option. Okay, units may move up to 2 hexes and battle, or move 3 hexes and not battle. So I'm going to move up 2 hexes with them, 1, 2. They are moving here, and they are moving here. Sorry, in 1 section. So I cannot move them. I can only move them here, and they are moving here. Okay, so they are firing on these Germans with 2. 1 figure goes out. They are firing with 2 as well. Oh, 2 figures are go. No. So we have another victory points for French resistance, and they are taking ground. And they moved here. They still can fire on these Germans with 1 die. Oh, 1 retreat. Okay, so that's all. And now Germans. So each side has 3 victory points now. Again, they have a battle. Good luck for this card. So they can activate 3 units in the middle zone. So they are moving here and there, and they are firing on these guys with 2 dice. First with them, 1, and they can retreat, 1, 2, or maybe this here, and Germans are taking ground, and they cannot fire at anyone. So that's all. So this is still not the end. I was almost certain that this is going to be final battle, because I was sure that these German units will be able to eliminate these French resistance guys, but seems not. Firefight, again pretty good card, but I think not for now, or maybe. I can issue an order to 4 units to open fire, but not units that are adjacent to the enemy units. So they cannot fire, they can fire, they can fire, and they can fire. So I think this is good, and I can roll 1 additional die. So I'm starting here. They are firing on them with 1, 2, minus 1 it's 1, and plus 1 it's 2. So I'm firing with 2 die. 1 hit. And they are doing the same. Not the same. They are firing with 1 die normally, plus 1 because of the card, and minus 1 because of this of the forest. So I'm firing with 1 die, and it is a miss. Not good. And Germans. What are Germans going to do? I think I will keep on with this middle section, and I'm moving them here, and they are moving here. Okay, so they are firing on these guys, or rather guy, with 2 die. It is a hit. So they are eliminated, and they are firing on him with 1. So he's also eliminated. So Germans gain 2 victory points. So they are victorious. As you can see, this was extremely hard scenario for Allies, because of their of the fact that their units are very vulnerable to losses. Having 3 figures only is a major disadvantage for French resistance here, but I have to say that it went quite good for them, because they scored 3 victory medals. They managed to eliminate 1 elite German armored unit, and they were quite close to actually win this battle. It was the fact that Germans had a luck for these middle zones cards that allowed them to use these units from here, and to wipe out of French units while they weren't actually able to strike back. So I think that's all when it comes to this video, and for the videos about core game. And but like I said before, this is not the end of my Memoir 44 series, I believe, because I plan to do more videos about modules, about Eastern Front, about equipment pack, about terrain set. They have a lot of cool rules, they have a lot of new units, special abilities, and so that I would be very happy to show you. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching, and see you again.